Hello, everybody. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, the reason why it's just down on the mat is because I'm recovering from surgery and I'm just not ready to be on camera and all that. I have to leave my bandage on the entire time until I go in next we can get it done. So yeah, so we're just doing this, but I had to do this unboxing because it is my first ever Thunderhorse Descendant Christmas box. So I'm excited. And this year the theme is Critter Christmas 2025. Okay, I have everything laid out because there was a little bit of a mishap. And I wasn't gonna rebag everything. I couldn't rebag everything because I cut some open. So there's that. So we'll get to it. Anyway, so let's get to it. Item number one is a maple leaf and acorn mix check glass bead set of 6. You get, let me see if I can open that. 4 acorns, 2 in each color, and then you get like these maple leaves that on one side are white and on the other side are metallic. These are great to put at the end of your snowflake ornaments. If you want to glue them rather than twist it closed, that's a very good way to use those. I have some pink ones that I'm going to be showing how to do in a video shortly. I know. I'm doing a lot of snowflakes, but that's kind of my theme and what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a few icicles to match. I actually have some really pretty snowflakes that I did that I'm really proud of that I'm going to show off, but that can come at the end. So anyways, up next is the Christmas Critters Enamel Charm Mix. There are a total of 14 pieces. Now, everybody's are not identical. Also, the ones that have the little lever back on it, they were marked as stitch placements for if you knit and or crochet. So, and she just didn't go through and take them off. You can if you want, or you can just leave everything as earrings that have those as earrings. Okay, so everybody got 3 birds that all match in one box, but everybody's is a little bit different. Okay, and then I got 2 little hedgehogs. I got 2 owls. I got the little house. I got 2 mushrooms, and mine are blue with spots. It looks like I got 2 foxes, which are cute and adorable. Love these. And then there are these little raccoons, and mine are blue. They're very pretty. But if when you get this, you have 2 that have the same number, then you get an extra prize. So you just take a picture and send it to Randy, and then you'll get to see everything. So as you can see, it's a cute little mashup, mixy mix of charms that are very, very cute. Like those are adorable. So we'll put those all back in their box. And then up next, we have petrified wood rectangle bead strand, 14 by 4 millimeters, 6-inch strand. They're so beautiful. They definitely have like a little bit of graining in them. But this is like the cleanest strand I've ever seen of petrified wood beads. So I'm excited to use those. Those are really pretty. And then I'm really excited for these because I want them for earrings and whatnot. We have moss agate star bead strand, 4.5 millimeter. There's approximately 102 of them on here. You have so many to put on top of your trees. They're beautiful. So they're drilled through 2 spokes on the bottom and up through 1. So it doesn't really matter how, I don't think, how it's stranded, but so then we have the moss agate. Okay. And then we have Tibetan style Christmas star tag charms, antique bronze, approximately 10 pieces. Where did I put those? They're right here. So if you wanted to, you could stamp these with something in the middle, like the year. You could do 2025. You could do somebody's initial. You guys can't see because I'm too far zoomed in. I apologize. I hope that. Okay, so here are the stars. Or you can use these at the end of chain extender. They're cute little charms that way. I like having little charms like that for those little pieces that are going to set you apart from other vendors at your shows. Okay, and then we have crystal AB faceted oval beads. They are white. They're clear. I don't see them as white, but unless I put them down, I'll show you. But they're very beautiful. They have AB coating. Again, cannot wait to use these. So beautiful. Then we have 304 stainless steel cable chain necklace antique bronze, 18 inches with an extender chain. You guys, this is actual antique bronze. And she did very good. The findings she picked do not look like antique bronze the way you typically find it. Same with this chain. This is the color that bronze turns naturally. It is more of a dark brown color. It does not have that like glow, antique brass look to it. And I know this because I've started working with with bronze wire lately, and I have patinaed it, and this is the color that it comes out to when you put it in liver of sulfur. So there's that. I'm putting that one back in the bag because I don't want it to get tangled. And then we have Tibetan snowflake pendant, or you could use them as charms. I'm going to dangle them from the bottom of some snowflakes. There are a total of 10. They're nice, they're big, they have good heft to them. I love the design, they're very pretty. Okay, then we have a bronze metal findings pack. And just so you know, there's a little bit of a misprint on the paper. On the paper, it states that you get, where is it? Sorry. 20 pairs of latchback earring wires, which are these, and you do indeed get 20. Again, these are actually antique bronze. 10 lobster clasps, which there are, and then it says that there are 10 toggles. There are not 10 toggles. There are 2. That is a misprint. If you go back and watch her reveal of the Christmas box, you will hear her say at that time that there are 2 toggles, not 10 like everything else. So that was just a misprint. I clarified that with Randy personally. So I just wanted to let you know, in case, like me, this is your first Christmas box, that was simply a misprint. But I think it's great. We have enough wires to make 10 pairs of earrings. You have 10 chain extenders, which I like to use chain extenders as chains sometimes and just put like little beaded links throughout it. And then use the extender chains as the end. And I am kind of obsessed with these extender chains. They're so dainty and they're just beautiful. They're very pretty, and I would very much use these as the chain in between 2 links. I think they're very pretty. Even like the crystals, doing a little charm bracelet with crystals and stuff. Very, very, very pretty. Okay, sorry. And I put down a white piece of fabric so that you guys would be able to see the true color, though, again, I'm not under my typical studio light, so it's not the color it typically is when I do this. Then next up are resin and wood triangle pendants with gold foil. which I love these because they go perfectly with like the moss agate. They're so pretty. Bring them up a little bit closer for you so that you can see them. And they'll go perfectly with the moss agate within this box. Then we have an 18 karat gold itty bitty teeny tiny squirrel charm pendant, whatever you want it. It's perfect. Of course, it instantly made me think of Squish. So I would definitely love to make Squishy a little necklace using the squirrel charm. It's so cute. She already has like a little jewelry box that Gigi has been putting together for her. And then you get a pack of 18 karat gold plated brass pine cone charms. 2-pack, again, beautiful. Rosanna did some, not the 18 karat gold plated, but she had some in another metal choice. I think it was antique copper, and she kind of sponged on some white paint, and it looked really cool. And I can't wait to do that. I have some of those. So then we have printed poplar wood deer pendants, Christmas deer pendants. So cute. They're wood blank. They are printed on both sides, which is nice because that's not always the case. And then there are some Tibetan toggle clasp antique bronze, which is this one. Again, she did such a good job of getting actual antique bronze and not antique brass that's being put out as antique bronze. These findings are just beautiful. Then we're going to do the natural tiger eye moon pendants sold in a pair. I love me some tiger eye, and I love the coloring of these. They're so pretty. Then we come to my favorite piece of the entire box, and that is this handmade porcelain moon with bird pendant in coconut brown. This looks like gingerbread to me, and I love it. I see myself probably putting this on some leather with some very simple beads. I'm gonna have to find some beads that match this. Maybe just get some like white ones, white and red porcelain beads that have a large hole so that I can have, but it's so pretty. Or I will just put a hook on it and hang it from the tree. One or the other. It's a bit heavy, but it would still. I might just put it on my tree. I like it. Ugh, I need more of those. Anyways, then sorry, I lost my place. I go to the next page, that's why. Then you have some gold-plated enamel Christmas hat charms in red, and they are a 4-pack. They are not double-sided, but that's very. When it's a plated metal, it rarely is double-sided if it also has enamel. So we have those. Oh, there's my third little birdie. And then we have these beautiful, oh, where'd they go? Okay. I love these. I definitely need more of these. So these are 3x5mm Rondelle ivory, mercury finish, check glass bead strand, and there are 30 pieces. And they're just gorgeous. I need about 100 more of these. So I'm gonna have to reach out to Randy and try to pull the whole. Hey, lady, please, please, please. Then we have a natural tiger eye horse eye pendant with red copper brass frame sold individually. Look how pretty that is. So you could totally like make this the pendant and then use these as earrings. I would just take these bails off and just leave the loops themselves when I made them into earrings. But such a pretty little set. Then you get a moss agate round bead strand, which is right here. A nice long strand, full strand. So excited. Goes with the stars too. And then we have 8mm B grade bronzite round beads. Again, a full strand, perfect to bring out the like darker flecks. This can be a point where the eye rests. It's a very beautiful strand of beads. Then we come to the tiger-eyed 6mm grade A, and these are beautiful and will go perfectly with the pendant and the earrings, obviously, and they can be mixed in with bronzite. You could put the bronzite in if you wanted to vary the size of your beads in the pieces. Okay, and then next we have natural moss agate beaded chain with wood beads. So it's already beaded up for you. It's just a bead with two little simple loops on either side. So these come in great for like eyeglass chains. You can use them as, say you want to do a multi-strand necklace, but you don't want to do all of the work. Take the easy way. Make this your second strand and you're good to go. It's already done up for you, which is very, very nice. Then we have a rhyolite bead strand, 6mm with 1mm holes. It is a 15-inch strand, and it's absolutely beautiful. We have some Chinese crystal faceted rondelle beads in red pearl luster finish. These are not showing up as true color. So they have the pearl luster, which lightens it up. But you can see that hopefully you can see now, that it's more red than it was originally looking on the screen. But you have those. And then we have a garden pebble strand, 6 to 12mm, sold by the strand. Look at how pretty. The garden pebble strands. These are so sweet and perfect for like a very rustic, elegant look overall. I really, really like those. They're so pretty, guys. And then we have tree agate round bead strand, 6mm. Again, this is a 14.5mm strand. Very beautiful. There we go with that. Then we have a quartz crystal and a cryophase chip bead strand of beads. So you see that it goes from the crystal quartz into the cryophase. Beautiful. These will be really pretty. You can leave it exactly as it is. And again, make a bracelet, make this be your second strand in a necklace, whichever. They're very pretty. And then, last but certainly not least, the Christmas Critters 2025 coffee mug. You only get this if you get a Christmas box. There's her little Christmas logo with all the little critters all the way around. And the other side says, fueled by cocoa, beaded goodness, and questionable life choices, Merry Crittermas. It's very cute. Love this. This is so cute. This will go on my desk with my other mugs, but it's very nice. So I'm very excited to go through and start designing with this. My ideas were already popping in my head as I went through this list. It's a great collection, and it is worth every penny of the $135 that it costs. I believe she has sold out as of now. There are no more. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. I really like these. They turned out great, and I cannot wait to start designing with them. You will see that very shortly. Hopefully, I'll be able to get into my feed room in the next day or two and be back at my desk where I have all of my stuff at hand. But as of now, I'm excited to get thinking on what I'm going to do here. But until next time, you guys, and as always, happy beading.